power there that makes you do things that you know are not right or not good for you, and yet you can't stop it. That seems to be the case. And that, of course, is often the case with people who are with you. It might be many different areas of your life, but this is also the case with addictions. For example, people are addicted to a certain substance, or who are addicted to eating too much or drinking. There's something that overpowers them in you, that seems to obscure the awareness, or the awareness is pushed to the side, and this thing, this powerful thing, does it anyway. And again, my answer is a little bit similar to what I said to the first questioner tonight. The power of presence needs to grow in you so that it is strong enough it's not willpower, because willpower is not the best way of dealing with these things, but it's what I'm talking about could sometimes be confused with willpower, but willpower includes the application of a force to hold something down. Let's say if your addiction is to indulge in intoxicating beverages, in other words, booze is the British word, and you can feel it, it comes on, there it comes, you know the bottles are there they are, and you feel you have to go there, you have to reach out and you have to pour yourself a drink. Now, when you're not aware at all, you don't even know what you're doing, you're so unconscious that you're already holding the drink and you're drinking it, then you, at that point you even know that you're drinking. The same with food. I've spoken to people who have addictions to food. They often say they wake up when they've already eaten in the middle of the night, they've already unconsciously gone to the fridge, taken out the chocolate cake, and then they're already halfway through the chocolate cake, and suddenly they're like, what am I doing? But so awareness comes in at a very late point. Willpower would be to hold an urge down. Let's say they have to pull, or even the example you gave, you want to turn on the TV, and you know it's not right because I'm not here for that, and he actually told us not to do it. But I can't help it. I have to go. I can't. No, willpower, you would say, I'm going to hold this down, I'm not going to do it. And you can feel the urge, but you're holding it down. When you hold things down, often after a while, an explosion happens. It's like a boiling kettle. Can't hold it for that long, and then you have some kind of rationalization in your mind. It's usually anyway. The mind will give you a reason. I spoke to a man who was addicted to food, and his body was very unhealthy. He was extremely dangerously overweight. Unfortunately, he's passed away, but he was a wonderful man. And he talked to me, and often, before he goes to indulge in excessive eating, his mind would say something like, you've had a rough day, you really deserve a treat. It explains why it's the right thing. I'm not going to do it for much longer, but just today I really need a treat. Life hasn't been treating me, but it's the only pleasure I have. What can I do? It's all I have. There's no other pleasure in my life. Okay, go to the fridge. Listen, I attempted to be able to show him that this thought is a deception, and I had a little bit of success, but unfortunately it was too late to save him. Well, he's no longer in the body, but that's okay. He's the essence of never. He probably reincarnates now into the opposite, perhaps, in order to learn a lesson. Again, what I said to the first questioner, to practice presence power when you're not particularly tempted by anything, and you're just in your room, there's no particular temptation. Go into the body, feel the inner body, be aware, be present. Sense perception, I recommend that practice. Sense perception, feel the presence pervading every cell in your body, your inner body awareness, and so that there is enough presence to when this impulse comes, you use it as don't say go away or something like that, because it won't go away, but do it anyway. If the impulse comes, whatever it may be, and you observe, you realize it's not a good thing, that it wants you to do, and it's a way of nothing else. You use this every time the impulse of this kind comes. This is your special spiritual practice. So instead of wanting to get rid of it, welcome when the impulse of that kind comes, and see that this is a spiritual practice specially designed for you, or for it is. And so how do you transform this into spiritual practice? First you realize this is an opportunity for practicing. And the first thing you can do is you practice delaying. Obeying the impulse, not obeying it immediately, but delaying it. So you observe them. Let's say when you want to go to the TV and turn this thing on, you feel the impulse. Okay, here's my next spiritual practice. I'm now going to delay the turning on of this show on TV for 3 minutes. And during those 3 minutes, you observe the impulse in you. You observe it, it's an energy form, and you observe it. Oh, there you are. There you are. You feel it. It's like a little gremlin or something. So this time gap can be a very useful first practice, that you introduce a time gap before you give in. You're not saying I'm not going to give in, no, you say 3 minutes. In your 3 minutes, I'm going to observe you. And you shine the light of consciousness, the light of awareness on this impulse, which is an energy form. And it can be an energy form that is in you as a kind of emotion. It can also dangerously invade your mind and make you, the explanation I gave just now with this friend of mine, the thought comes into your head that explains why you should give in to this impulse that can happen easily. And there too, you need to be present enough, sufficiently aware, so that you do not believe in every thought, especially those kinds of thoughts. You don't believe in every thought that comes into your head. You observe the thought because the thought is part of it. And into the thought you say, oh, there you are. There's the thought, and there's the feeling behind the thought. And you set aside 3 minutes, during those 3 minutes you observe. Isn't that interesting? Wonderful spiritual practice. And you ask, while you observe, you go in consciousness, you apply consciousness to it. Then, only 3 minutes, 3 minutes. And then after the 3 minutes, see how you feel. It may not resolve, but probably not yet. It's still there. And then you can see how it 2 or 3 minutes. They were strong enough for that.
That must be
My
true.
awareness strong enough. Yes, it is. Don't believe me. Don't stop this nonsense. Do it anyway. And so you achieve 5 or 6 minutes. And then what happens after that, we don't know. It is possible that the impulse has receded, gone back to dormant state, that you suddenly you don't have to do it. It's also possible that the impulse is still there and you cannot, after 5 minutes, there's not enough awareness left and you have to go and do it. But at least the 5-minute interval, the time gap was very important. And when anything like that happens, you always introduce a time gap for your spiritual practice, during which you do not hold it down, but you observe it. So you don't push it down, you observe or bend on it. So if it's a bending, you don't hold you down. You basically look at it. But now the interesting thing when you apply awareness to something, you shine the light of consciousness on it, the possibility of transformation is also there. It arises as you shine the light of consciousness on it. This is the famous example from fairy stories and so on. The frog, you don't kill the frog or do something with it. You kiss the frog, and the moment you kiss the frog, it turns into a prince. And so the frog stands for, this is like mythology, there's some wisdom embedded in these fairy stories, which by the way, many of them were not created by the people who wrote them. They were already transmitted over long periods of time, so they are mythologies that often contain a lot of wisdom. And to channel a lot of wisdom in kissing the frog, which then turns into something beautiful. So there's something ugly, but you give it an acceptance. In life, you look at it, and then transformation happens. So that is the spiritual practice, and after a while you will find that, and initially perhaps after the time that you still do it, but then gradually this time that gets longer, and then you may observe that the energy behind the impulse deepens, and it subsides. Until next time, but gradually it weakens, and all these self-sabotage mechanisms then begin to gradually disappear if you apply the awareness to it, observe it where it is. So think of the frog, these are all the frogs and whatever, they all gangrene frogs that live in the energy fields, and the energies are trapped there, they are not in themselves bad, they are trapped like the pain body, is an energy that is nature energy that's trapped. When the pain body dissolves, it becomes transformed into presence. It's like a fire, you put a log into a fire, so that it's consumed and transmuted, perhaps is the word, it's transmuted into presence. And there is a famous example in the ages. Certain philosophers were interested in alchemy. Alchemy was supposed to be the transformation of base metal into gold through a chemical process of transformation. But the true meaning behind alchemy was the transformation of human consciousness. There are many images and so on. They could not speak and write about this openly because it would have been executed by the church at the time. So they had to hide all these symbols as if it were to do the transformation of base metals into gold, of something that is first of all not very desirable into something wonderful. And let's see alchemical process of transmutation. It really is something from the human psyche. There's an entire long treatise written by Carl Jung, the psychologist, on alchemy, with countless illustrations of just fascinating things. But it is the transformation of something undesirable initially into awareness, into consciousness. And this is so you're lucky to have that. Tailor-designed spiritual practice for you. So, wonderful. That's your practice. It doesn't matter when you practice. Wherever you are in your life, you practice. Every situation, every moment is the true dimension. And the end of fear comes with that. Fear being a normal human condition for most people, sometimes buried under something else. Fear in its many manifestations, nervousness, tension, anxiety, anger really comes out of fear. Stress really is a form of fear. All many forms of fear, quite normal. Why? That's all you know. That's fear. You don't know that. Once you know that also, it's the end of fear. Because there nothing can be destroyed. That's why the Course in Miracles starts, which is all you need to know, the prologue, the first, before it all starts. It says this course can be summarized in the following words. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. Nothing real can be threatened, and that is here. Good. Nothing unreal ultimately exists in the world of form. The form is ultimately not real in itself. Nothing unreal exists. Herein, which means knowing that, lies the peace of God. God, of course, is the formless, timeless, eternal, unmanifested, that is both within and beyond the world.
Both within and beyond.
Alright, I'm going to do a quick update here on the situation with our family. If you don't know, my wife had spent some time in the hospital, some stress-related stuff going on there, had terrible sleep deprivation, she was having a very hard time sleeping, and as a result, she went to the hospital, and there are some things you just have to learn through seeing. You can't really experience it from the outside. The Lord has to put you through some things. And I'm going to show you in the scripture that talks about this, back in the Old Testament, an interesting little tie-in here. I believe that the hospital system is an abomination, but sometimes the Lord has to show you firsthand. So I'm going to read here from the book of Ezekiel chapter 8, and very interesting, Ezekiel chapter 8 verse 13, I'll read this here. He said also unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do. talking about the house of Israel, but, you know, it's just weird. Sometimes you have to see greater these abominations. Verse 15 says, Then said he unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations than these. Well, what are we doing? Wow. She's back. Over this way, come into frame. So, everybody out there just been praying. Sister Catherine's back, better than ever. And so, got me there. I wasn't expecting that. We had planned it that she was going to come through the door, but I thought she wasn't going to get to me that quick. She's sneaky. Very sneaky. But, the whole thing was, there was some kind of a spiritual / I believe, targeted, weaponized attack against my wife. You had, when you were in the military, you had like a security clearance at one point in time. And we've been studying that, and a lot of times, you know, veterans that had security clearances, the Goonie boys will, you know, specifically try to attack them and try to, you know, mess with them and stuff because they don't want them coming out and exposing the system that they came out of and that they've seen the abominations. And so they try to target those types of individuals, and I believe that my wife was targeted there. They're going through the whole thing, thinking maybe it's premenopause at first, no. Maybe it's some hormonal, no. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. We went through the whole thing. And my wife was being attacked here at the property, at our home. But then when she went into the hospital, the attacks pretty much stopped at that point in time. Then the other attacks began with the junk food and you can't go outside and whatever else. And basically the illegal detainment of my wife. And so a friend of the ministry actually had written to me and she let me know about different things with, you know, this whole system, how it all works. And she was basically saying that there are two types of, when you would go into a hospital for stress-related issues and whatever, and that's voluntary commitment and involuntary commitment. And in the state of Maine here, involuntary commitment is the police are called or whatever, they take somebody into custody, take them to the hospital, and they put them there. They can be there for 5 days. A lot of other places, 72 hours. In Maine, it's 2 consecutive periods of 48 hours each. How do you get 5 days out of that? I have no idea. Or 5 days, I think it is, or something like this. So what happened is, she was put in there. I got a call. They said something about the judge's orders, blue law thing or whatever else here in Maine, which is confinement for 5 days. And I was just, you know, at the time I hadn't been sleeping either, and so I was, okay, all right, I guess I don't know. Well, then I finally got some sleep. She started getting some better sleep in the hospital there, and then the attacks, you know, stopped. And so we both kind of came to our senses and went, whoa, wait a second here, what's going on? And come to find out that Maine has a real problem with, what was it called? The, boarding, is it? Boarding. Yeah, as in not, you know, a board, like, excuse me, not that. Not boarding. Not boarding a boat either. It's more of, you know, boarding as in, you know, staying someplace or whatever else. And what they do is they detain people, the thing of, well, we need to find you a bed in a better facility here, mental health care facility, because we can't handle you here. And then they just detain the people indefinitely. And sometimes maybe they'll contact the family, but in my case, they were not contacting me, right, which is completely illegal. You can't do that. You've got 5 days, okay, with involuntary commitment. I'm saying confinement. Involuntary commitment. Voluntary would be she would go in and she'd say, hey, I don't feel good, please help me, or something like that. You would volunteer. And I came in, and a friend of the ministry said, ask them, did she sign anything? And then, did my wife sign anything? We're not really sure. We'll have to check. We don't really know. She was in for 11 days. And so, they didn't know. Right. And so I said, okay, if it's involuntary, they said, well, we have a judge's orders. And I said, yeah, that lasts for 5 days. And you need to contact me. All right. That's what Maine law says. I looked it up on the Maine government website. I did check into this whole thing. You have to contact me. If you're going to extend that period, she has to be a significant threat to herself and others. She's not. And I literally, the doctor, when we went in and I got her out, he said, well, we're just trying to determine threat. I said, she's sitting there reading the Bible. How's that a threat? I said, unless you're anti-Christian, unless there's some religious discrimination here, I don't know. is that what you consider the threat? Well, again, he wouldn't answer my question, just real whatever. But I started to show him, hey, I understand the law now. I've been informed with some things. I have a plan there. This is the release thing. This is what I'm going to be doing. We have 2 sisters that are staying with us now. So, totally different situation. And I thank the Lord that we have people that have actually come and helped, and a lot more to offer. Thank you. Again, to everybody else out there. I'm glad to see that it's not just algorithms that watch my channel. We actually have real people. So, but I was making it very plain, and literally, the one sister that was with us, not going to say any names, keep them private, but she literally heard the nurse. When I went out, and I was getting a little bit mad, so I was kind of a little stern, and I said, I didn't yell, I didn't raise my voice, but I said, you had the 5 days, that's involuntary commitment. Yes. She wanted to say confinement.
Entertainment.
Yeah. But involuntary commitment, you had 5 days, and you need a judge's orders to renew them. And I said, what's the name of the judge? I'm not really sure, the whole thing just wouldn't give me any details. And I literally confronted doctors numerous times through this whole process. We're sorry about lack of communication. We're not very good at this. We're really sorry, I think. Well, if you're sorry, then that means you're making a mistake. You're admitting to making mistakes if you're sorry. So, but anyhow, this nurse, she deserves to sit with the doctor. She says, we can keep her here indefinitely, can't we?
You gotta love that.
I couldn't hear what they're saying. We can keep her here indefinitely. 4 days? And of course, many, mental health care facilities, we need more funding because we don't have enough beds. And the beds that we do have, we can't fill all of them because some of them are just shared rooms and they're not compatible.
Even when you look at them, even when you can look right at them, you're like, come on, they play stupid.
Religion out of everything. Let's get the Christians.
Over the years,
Yeah, everyone has a mental health crisis here in America. I just wonder why. You don't know, do you? You're not educated.
Right. I'm not licensed or bonded or insured.
Insured is a big one. That's the important one.
Yes.
We'll work on that later. But so, anyhow, basically made it very plain to them. Time to leave. And it was all no first, and then it was okay. Well, what you're doing here is illegal, very illegal, and this is wrong. I want names, and I want all this other stuff. Well, we'll just have you talk to a psychiatrist real quick, and they would, okay, well, do you have any problems or anything issues? No. I go, okay, all right, you're doing it. And see, they can't handle lawsuits because the whole system is falling apart financially, much like most of America, So we got out of there, and they handed us, like 3 papers, avoid tobacco. Okay, yeah. So but here's the point. Okay, let me explain something to the little Goonies out there. When you use a weapon in a theater of operations, a warfare type of thing, and that weapon doesn't work, what you're doing is actually educating your enemy. Okay? What was done to my wife? There was something done. Okay, she's back to her old self again. Right? It's not some kind of thing that, people can do this back and forth thing. No, I know my wife very well. There was an attack there. Spiritual / weaponized attack. Targeted individual, the whole thing. LRAD, all the weird technology, microwave type of stuff. I firmly believe that. But what you're doing is you're actually educating us at this point in time. And the Lord took Ezekiel, back here in the Old Testament, and he said, have you seen these abominations? Come here, I'm going to show you some more. Now, see, we see a lot of abominations when we read and we study and we watch videos and we have things sent to us and whatever else. But it's not boots on the ground. This time we had to have some boots on the ground and get some first-hand experience of the corruption, the terrible corruption of Maine's hospitals and their whole psychiatric system and the whole thing. And it was so funny too. What were they trying to put you with?
The first one was Zyproxen or something.
Zyproxen?
No. I forget the name.
But
it starts with a Z.
Pharmaceutical drugs.
Yeah.
Essentially. And you did what? You guys?
Well, the doctor.
Paper. Right?
After I talked to the doctor, because the doctor came in, and I asked him simply, I don't remember much of it, but something to the effect of why not give food to instead of drugs? Because these drugs are derived from actual food and plants, And he just smirked a couple of times.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you asked for the side effects.
Yes, the
side effects?
information sheet or the drug facts or whatever it's called.
And what they didn't realize is, my wife, if you don't know, she has studied organic chemistry. She's got a lot of the books and things that the doctors don't even have from the industry itself. So
there's a lot of people in class. I said they have experienced that too, where just trying to mention something like that, not in a condescending way or superior way, but with a really honest care and concern. And then when you constantly get that almost like a maniacal grin, like, oh, I'm gonna be one of those, huh? Right, and it's like they almost like immediately snap into defensive mode, and they have to take that opportunity. They got one of those, almost like a sovereign citizen type thing, right? Right, that's why it's important, right, to be respectful and follow all the laws. Right, so then where do CDC? Who? Oh man, I mean, it's sickening. I just almost threw up. It's just so sad. And you think of the people. I mean, you can just grab a handful of people, and there's lots of handfuls of really good people that, I mean, literally bend over backwards and spin in circles and exhaust so many efforts. Have spent their lives doing that. We've seen so many die trying. I think that's what motivates a lot of us. Yeah, and see how that kind of spreads out to so many people that you've never even met, but you can almost put people that you do know and have met personally, that's them and that's them. And it becomes you. Like, I have become that. And my mother and my father and this and that. But not that. Just some parts. Some parts. But I wouldn't do that. Might have some commonalities with certain things. We got the same squeaky eye. But yeah, I know that feeling. It almost gives you a sinking feeling just thinking about it, if you've been met with that in these occupations or situations, no matter your creed, whatever it is. And you get that look and you feel it. You can almost feel their defensiveness. Just, it's sharp, huh? Wow. It stings sometimes. You can feel it in your throat. And it's just like, please, you want them, please don't be like that. Please, and you go into, please don't be one of those. Please don't be another one of those. Stop it. Right, but you know, you learn to not do that. Like, believe me, so many of us went through many years of talking with different health experts in many different fields. Neurology, psychology, acupuncture, naturopath, holistic, MDs, DOs, infectious disease specialists. And it's speckled all throughout. Seems to be. And we've talked to a lot of doctors and people that have left the field. Not many can do that. We've talked to many that agree with exactly what we're saying. They won't do that in the office, no, but outside, we've known people personally that you talk to in outside spaces, or you hear it through the grapevine, trusted sources. Right, and we're very careful with that kind of stuff. We take that with a grain of salt if it's through any kind of source, any kind of third party, whatever. Yeah, we take that stuff with a grain of salt, but then there's the bucket of what you know. Your Christ conscious, whatever you want to call it. Your memory. Your experiences. Not what you have perceived them to be, but what they actually are. In some cases, what you perceive them to be and what they are. That means you're a sane person. Is that lucidity? Are you lucid? We should name that. That should be the name of a place, Lucid. It sounds too lewd. Okay. How about Lucy's? You can sell bongo drums. Great idea. I love it. Let's call the new drum place Lucy's. And they have donuts and cider. Go in and play the drums and have some donuts and cider. I think that's a great idea. Do they have bean bags? See how it doesn't even exist? And I'm asking something. I must be crazy. I must be crazy, right? Do I need help? Right, obviously 99.9% of the people in these classes understand. The ones that don't, people start to see like, oh, they're just in fucking denial because they've hated this bitch for years. I can understand why. Thanks, jerk. Right, no, I get it. I'm just kidding. I understand too. It's not easy being me. Captain of me own ship.
Gets the side effects, and she's going through it. She's going, okay, this one, this one, this one, all these different things. You know, suicidal thoughts, you know, hearing voices. All things where they try to keep it.
Sometimes I swear I hear you call, but there goes the
really
important. The question that they ask people when they're admitted or whatever from the news boards, they say, are you hurting yourself or others? Some side effects. One of the side effects of this pharmaceutical drug is listed as potential suicidal thoughts or something, and you know, essentially harming yourself and others. And another one of the side effects is what's another thing that I mentioned? Just basically their questionnaire that they take people through are listed as side effects or potential side effects.
So if she would have taken the syrup that they were offering, the medication, they kept on saying this to us too. To her and also me and my friend, if she just take the medication, we could let her go. If she just take her medication, we could make things happen here. We could let her go. Pill pushers, you know, drug dealers. Of course they get kickbacks. You can find that stuff on online. I think it's quite public. But the whole point is, they're trying to get her on the drugs. And the drugs will literally make her do the things that she was in there supposedly for. But she wasn't even suicidal or anything else. She just had very severe lack of sleep because of these attacks that were coming at night and keeping her from sleeping. That was the whole thing. It's happening to me too. I wasn't in my right mind. You know, just, you go for about a month of not sleeping right. You know, 2 months of not sleeping right. Whatever. It gets kind of rough. So, long story short, we can keep ranting and stuff for a long time here. But
some people in class are mentioning it's interesting. They're mentioning, yeah, they were having a hard time sleeping for a few months. Over time, right, if you don't get enough sleep, I know people are sitting there laughing like, oh my god, I can't believe we're still fucking doing this. So have you ever heard A Nightmare on Elm Street? I'm just kidding. But that is what that movie was based off. Why don't they explain that? Are they afraid the children might try to stay awake so they can hallucinate? Because yeah, if you stay awake for 72 hours... if you don't get proper sleep, you can start to have auditory and visual hallucinations. And why is that? And why don't they explain these things? I'm pretty much basic. I know a lot of people are wondering why it's not in our public education systems. This has gone on for decades. I can't believe. You know it. It's disheartening. I can feel it. Rise up. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I do believe in spooks. I do believe in spooks. Boo! Zzz. Buddy Wise or Bud. Remember those commercials with the frogs? Oh, here it comes. Shh, shh. I know, then it got old. Like, oh my god, this is stupid. And then you had to switch it up. What's next? It was always something. Elmo Dolls and O.J. Simpson. What's next? Did you ever watch the late night shows in the 90s? Oh yeah, I used to watch them all. I used to watch all that stuff, SNL, and had the old ones on VHS. Some channels would sometimes play old reruns. It's 7:12 here, p.m. Is it sunny where you are? Sun is going down here. Cusp. It's getting to the cusp of my location, my time-space location, space-time. Doctor. Starboard. Right, so anyways, the point is, it's just frustrating over and over again. People go in and were very specific about explaining the symptoms, the lack of sleep, and that none of them seem to be able to explain the simplicity of, yeah, well, you know, if you go without sleep long enough, it can start to cause auditory and visual hallucinations or increase, almost give you hypersensitivities, increase your senses. It increases your sense perception, is what we mean to say. We're just learning about this, I'm sorry. Am I getting a wrinkle? Oh dear Lord. Did you break a nail? Are you starting to feel stressed about this? It's okay. Just take an extra pill today. You deserve it. Yeah, you don't want to fuck with them, because yeah, if you do, that can not pan out too well, especially when they have friends and family that like to meddle and fuck with people. Yeah, that got old, didn't it? I can't believe some of the shit they were still doing in 2022. What the fuck? I mean, really? Did you like that I had that book? I didn't bring the Bible. No, because they say you can bring in books with you. No, I didn't bring the Bible. I just brought one book. One book, and it wasn't the Bible. And I have Makers of the Modern Mind. You know, I just walked around with it. Wrote clips out of it. I even gave it to the kids behind the desk and said, here, you want to hang on to this? The power of Christ compels me. I can't do it myself here. Hang on to it. I have an addiction. I just can't stop myself. Will you just hold on to this? Open it up if you want. Just open it up to a random page, see what you get. I don't know, he's a young kid. He's just like, alright. You want some Teddy Grahams? Yeah, take some Teddy Grahams. Coffee? No, not till 5. You can't have coffee till 5 a.m. Come on, it's like 5 minutes away. I don't know if I could wait that long. I didn't really do that part, but the book thing is real. And it is true, you can't have coffee till 5. Is it 5 or 6? I don't know. Shh, have some crackers. It's so funny, actually, when you get a glimpse into it. But anyways, yeah, the frustrating part for a lot of people is the lack of awareness within a lot of the workers and their inability to explain that to people. And instead of just simply doing that, people would probably be like, you know, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you. I feel a lot better now. I'm going to go home and have some chamomile tea and watch some Three Stooges. This is so funny. Thank you. Right, but no, they never seem to want to just explain the simplicity that so many of us know. That's the mind-numbing, bang your head thing for a lot of us. Mental health over heavy metal toxicity sometimes. Maybe you had some extra copper. Did you eat a lot of cashews? Cashews have a lot of copper. And maybe some of that was just coursing through between that and not enough sleep. I'm guessing. Yeah, it happens to me sometimes too. And I'm like, oh, so cool. It's like you're tripping, isn't it? It's neat. I mean, if you want pills, we can give them to you. Shh, I wouldn't suggest it. Okay, so they would get sued if they did that. So they have to act like fucking zombies and cows. Check the boxes. And it's so sad. And many of them believe the bullshit and don't understand reality. And if you try to explain it to them, you're a conspiracy theorist. Bob. Richard Dreyfuss. Richard. Am I sailing? Is this sailing? Am I sailing? I am not 3 sheets to the wind. I don't drink. I'm having a coffee.
We had the opportunity to witness the Lord in there. There was a lot of prayer from the community out there. Again, to show another proof, another case study. My life is back. All the bad stuff that was going on there and everything, it's all over. Thank you. Your prayer worked. Okay? The prayers of God's people are real. They are supernatural. There's a spiritual realm. God is there. Okay? And at first, they were very much like, you're not taking her out again. There is no way you're doing that. And I was praying, and I was just saying, Lord, overcome the wickedness of these people. These people, this is an abomination in here. And I pray that they would fear, that you would fill them with your fear, and that they would say, get out of here. Basically, get out and don't come back. And, you know,
yeah, and then not only that, a lot of us and other people over the years, you're already astonished at that. And then for the ones who actually, okay, give me the medications, and play your game. And then it's not a fun thing to do. This shit is horrible. It really fucks up your biological clock, causes lethargy, muscle tremors, spasms. It's fucked up, dude. No. Fuck no. Flush it. Right, and it depresses and increases sense perceptions in a nightmarish kind of way for a lot of us. And then when you try to explain some simple symptoms, you don't take it to like a eccentric level. You just try to be serious with these people and say, you know what, this stuff is making me feel horrible. I'm having muscle spasms and tremors. I'm comfortable. It's messing up my sleep too. I really don't want to take it anymore. And no, it's not an option. They will up your dose. I think we need to up the dose. I think that's what the issue is. Let's try that first. You gotta be fucking kidding me, right? I know you don't say that, a lot of us. Some people have, I know, and they get kicked out. Security, That did happen, yeah, to some of us. I know, just when you try to be real with people. Right, and back in that day, I know for you, and for some of us, was it around 2008 and 9, when the scare was really increasing with some of the workers and what they were doing within the main parent federation and other healthcare departments, DHHS, some of the workers, absolutely. I can't even, you just can't even, it's so sickening. We're not going to go there at the moment. Very scary and alarming, for sure. Right, so some people were just asking doctors, plain and simple, is there anything we can do for these symptoms without prescribing a medication? Right, just going into your doctor, normal checkup, maybe you have a little bit of anxiety, feeling heart racing, maybe, whatever it is, like simple symptoms, nothing major. And then when they automatically, boom, go to prescribe you something, is there anything, options that we can do that's not medication? Oh, what are we supposed to send you to drum class and just everyone kumbaya? See, they don't say that either, but that's what a lot of them are thinking. We hear them in their little circles, and we've been in their conventions. Yeah, they won't say it in some conventions. I'm talking about the smaller circle ones and table talk, you know. Out to dinner. I was just having a coffee. Look at mine's extra foamy. They must like me. Is extra foamy good? Oh, that means they don't like me. I guess, yeah, you tell me. I don't know. What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. It's distracting talk, really, and then the annoyance in the tone sometimes. So between the little bit of irritation and the distraction from what we were just talking about, it puts the mind sometimes into an open space. And people can sometimes pick up a little more on images or wording. I mean, they're not really reading your mind or mind control, but it can kind of make you pause a little bit and go, I can't do it again. Well, maybe we can keep. Are you busy? Have another coffee. You like to play cribbage? Just go for a walk. You want to go on the swing set? Want to go on the swing set? Remember the rubber tire swings we used to make? I know, it was so common to have the rubber tire swing. If you didn't have a rubber tire swing, man, you weren't living. And the rope, we had them both. We had the rope hanging from the tree and the tire swing. I might have pictures of us on it if I look hard enough, actually. And we used to stand up on the picnic table and jump up and we grab the rope. Because if you got up on the picnic table, that's how you swang. You had to swing. Well, it's good if you can climb the rope a little bit and get up higher. At the picnic table, see how you're already up quite a bit, and you just grab that rope and go up a few more inches, and then you're swinging. You really just grab, you don't even got to climb up that much. You just grab high, and then you run off the picnic table and you swing. No, don't do this. No, don't do it at home. No, I don't think it's suggested, really. Well, that was one of the things we did for fun. We liked to rake up the leaves and jump in the leaves. It's fun. I actually very much enjoyed it. Probably a bunch of ticks.
take it out and don't come back. But they said, you can leave now. And they said, if you ever need us again, please feel free to come in. And I just said, that's not happening. I said, it was terrible. I said, you did a horrible job. I just want you to know that. All right, I went home back on that one. But,
you did a horrible job. I just want you
to talk about the ministry and everything else. So she got off board, so the Lord sent us there to learn a lesson. And now we're understanding some of the thing of the military targeting of individuals and things. We're going to be studying that more. You see it now. That's the whole thing. Because the system is, they do this attack on you. You have to be hospitalized because you're really tired and otherwise you go to the hospital, they make you wait in solitary confinement so long, specifically to destroy your health. That's insane. Remember that one person back in the country, she said, your life's getting worse. And I said, yeah, well, I wonder why that is. You have her in solitary confinement, there's no one there, she can't go outside and get exercise, and you're feeding her junk food. I wonder why she's getting worse. Whose fault is that? Mine or yours, hers or yours? What?
What curse is that? Mine or yours? Love that. That's great. That's a good question. The answer is obvious to a lot of us, and that's why they won't answer and they'll take offense to it. That's usually how it goes. I mean, how would you answer that anyways? Is that my curse or yours? I mean, no one's ever going to say, you're right, it's mine. They might contemplate it later, though. Or stand their ground even harder, so that motivates the bull dykes, Mm-hmm. I know, and there's a lot of people, they don't agree at all with our approach or the way we talk sometimes. It's just how it is in these classes. It's actually the point. We've explained that multiple times. It's not shaming. Have you ever heard of shamans? Yeah, no, some people pay big money for those kind of therapy treatments, and some call it humbling experiences. So I'm sorry, I'm not sure what to tell you with that. We're in our rooms, we're talking with different people in chat. Sometimes we're just talking to ourselves, people that have passed on, characters, personages, and just for fun. It's a lot of writers do that. It's actually some of the best writers. It's out loud talk, different characters, just about anything. Just start spinning off of a word or anything and see where it takes you. Yeah, it's fun. Sometimes I wind up in places I never expected. It's very cool. I'm not a writer. No. It's just... No. We like to brainstorm. Or find it cool when people use our ideas, or jibber jabber and rambling has talking points in their careers, whatever that may be. Healthcare, comedy, whatever it is. It seems to be universal. It's like a universal kind of stuff. Yeah, the unity classes. I like that.
Confinement, there's no windows, she can't go outside to get exercise, and you're feeding her junk food. I wonder why she's getting worse. Whose fault is that? Mine or hers or yours? Well, I understand what you're saying.
He did say, whose fault is that, mine or yours? I said curse. Whose curse is that? Mine or yours? Freudian slip.
What an abomination. But The whole thing is, they get you into that, they make you wait so that your health goes down, they get you on the drugs, then you have the symptoms that you're supposedly brought in for, and now you go to a state hospital, and you're in there, and then they can do whatever kind of...
Which one? Yeah, I'll answer that really quick. Yeah, we get that a lot. To anyone saying that our use of caffeine and marijuana is an addiction that we need help with, shut the fuck up, okay? We consider it a strength that we're able to exist in this reality with what the fuck is going on here. With our worst addictions being caffeine, and it's not even an addiction. What are you talking about? We can go without it and be fine. Where does the addiction part come in? Are you fucking serious? What about my coloring or my cross stitch? Yeah, you just want to run your fucking mouths about the shit that you capitalize on and that you think holds weight with the fucking psychos around you. You shut your fucking mouths and grow the fuck up. Proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine need to address what the fuck is going on here. But yeah, no, we consider that a strength. And for you to try to say we need help with that, as opposed to praising how we don't need to be medicated and drink alcohol to cope with this existence. Because we've been here for a while. But many people do fall down that fucking hole, don't they? Yeah, we've seen a lot of them do it. It's not to be mean, it's just what is. It's horrible. It's sad, actually. And it's those victims to your bullshit that also helps us to be strong. There's a lot of motivating factors, thank goodness. Or we'd probably fucking go postal.
mind manipulation that they want. And my wife being a veteran of 2 branches of the military, they could have probably programmed her to do some kind of wacky thing or something else, and she would have come out, and I don't think it would have worked, quite frankly, because she's got the Holy Spirit in her, but they were going to try. And I see these satanic goonies in the comments and whatever else. I think they should call for a welfare check and whatever, they should have the police come and see if she's okay. And see if the son needs to be taken from them. People have been trying that for ever since Oliver was a baby. I mean, oh, he's got such a terrible life. Oh, you look at him in the videos, he's laughing, he's having a great time. Our son has a wonderful life.
Amen.
And he's in there right now making a recipe with 2 sisters in the Lord that came here to help us. Having a great time. They brought their dogs along. He's just, Oliver's just bouncing off the walls. He's having a great time. Holding the dogs and playing with the dogs, and they're playing with Luther. It's, we're suffering. Yeah, okay. Take our son away.
And that just made someone think of a movie. I remember that movie, Oliver and Company. Yes, I had it on VHS. It was a good movie.
Take my wife away,
Yes.
so she can be medicated and destroyed, so they can do the same thing to my son. Your damnation is just. May the Lord rebuke you people out there that are into this stuff. All right. But it has opened up my eyes to a number of things that I was not aware of before. When you're dealing with Goonies, the one thing that they don't like is for you to get real specific and say, okay, what papers were signed? What is the name of the judge? I want it in writing. Please go print it. And the doctor, literally the doctor that was supposed to be her doctor that was in there in the ER, he literally said, I'll have to go get that. And I said, yes, please do. I said, I'm trying to find out information here. Please go print that stuff out for me and give it to me. Oh, yes, I'll do that. I'll do that right now. He never did it. Never did it. And we're not talking days. We're talking a matter of minutes here. An hour maybe that we were in there before they released her.
I'm deciding if I want a coffee or something else. You know what? I think I'm gonna have another coffee.
Where did these animals come from?
It's absolutely horrible
Where do these
that they would do that.
animals come
That's how I
from?
make sense of it, is that they don't know their history. And if you don't know it, you can't honor it.
I think it's terrible. I don't know why somebody would do that. I mean, these are war heroes. They fought and died for us. So we should honor and respect them.
The memorial is already back to its pristine condition. Ferris is now facing 2 felony charges, including destruction of U.S. property, which could land her in prison for up to 10 years. What do you think? Good. Thank you, Anita. It turns out socialism isn't quite as charming when you're actually living under it. A Seattle couple is trying to recall the mayor of Seattle, Katie Wilson, saying she's simply not right for the job.
Somebody that wants to have a mayor job of a very populated city should know something about the city before they sign up for the job. I was open to the idea that she may be successful at it, and I give her a benefit of the doubt.
You know, I offered to paint the walls a long time ago. Mother said no. I did. I wanted to paint the shelves too. I'm a very good painter.
I'm just asking for, I didn't say I'm going to take this to my lawyer and whatever else. I just said I want to know the names. Give me the names. Were there papers that she signed? Was it voluntary commitment? If it's involuntary commitment, then what's the name of the judge? That's all I want to know. I have a right to know that stuff. She has a right to know that stuff. Again, she was not informed of anything. They didn't ask her if she has a specific diet. They didn't ask anything. Completely illegal. You can't do that. So, that's the update.
Utterly
Thank you to everybody out there
atrocious.
for praying. She's back. She's fine. She's sleeping. Good at night again. The diet's always been there. We've always been, we eat really well. Everything that's, people, take your wife out to eat once in a while, darling, you're so cheap. No, I don't take her out to eat because we don't want to go eat somebody's poison. Okay, I worked in the restaurant industry. Okay, I know the filthiness of it. I knew kids years ago that would literally have fly races in the fryer oil. They would catch a fly and then they would see whose fly would last the longest in the fryer oil. Okay, at restaurants. All right. All sorts of stories that I know about the restaurant industry. And thank you. We want to do something special, we'll get some special food and make it at home. All right, go on a hike or something like that.
Amen.
So, but brethren, when you're in the will of the Lord, Romans 8:28, for we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. Sometimes God has to send you before Caesar. You know what I'm saying? Like Paul. Sometimes he has to say, okay, I'm going to send you into this thing. There are people that need to hear this situation. And it's not fun to go through. Not fun at all. But as I preached this morning, the thing of the afflictions, it's just part of the Christian life. But God can get you through anything. Trust in the Lord, all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. All right, book of Proverbs. So that's going to be it for our update video. I know that there was a lot of people that were hoping that she would be gone, but she's not gone. She's here still. Oh, isn't that awful? The Lord still has plans for my wife. Oh boy, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for you people. You had your hopes up this time. It was real. In terms of, it was real, but I'm saying, somebody's going to make a video about that. You know that they're going to. He said they thought it was real. It was all fake. It was all a lie. No, it wasn't.
They might say CERN or something now.
Yeah, CERN and a flat Earth and whatever else.
Or now the flat moon or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. But it was a rough trial to go through. It really was. Ugh. I'm glad it's over. And new direction for the ministry. Actually having some people here that can help now. And we were just actually talking about before we came out here, talking about now we have more people to help. We might actually be able to make a print ministry happen. Which would be wonderful. Because we wouldn't want to do that for a long time, but there's not enough of us to make that happen and all the other stuff we have going on here. So I need to stop rambling.
Well, we could get things done if we had 2 clones of ourselves, triplets.
Well, we know. Yeah, that's right. Trinity triplets. Yeah, 3 persons each. Don't make the Trinitarians mad.
Huh?
They're very important. They have church books. We don't have one.
That's good. We don't have one.
Yeah. So, again, thank you to everybody out there that prayed. And it's so good to have her back. So,
Amen.
we'll see you in upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you. I agree. Many people say it is a testament. I know they try to downcast things, but they really expose the amazing testaments What do I mean by that? For example, what we were just talking about. Yeah, that was a good one, huh? That's Born Again Barbarian. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right, so it seems. Hold on, I'm just kind of trying to bring through what they're saying. Plus, I'm rinsing my coffee cup. Hold on. Yeah, we'll go with that example where that's what we were just talking about. Right, so it's very frustrating because marijuana has been legal here since I think it was 2014. You can get your medical cards. And how much safer and more effective it is for a lot of things. And to be able to deal with such a horrific reality as to what this is and others. It's amazing and beautiful too, so when you can kind of tap into what's good too. I mean, it's good to be in an environment and have a wherewithal to be able to do that, you know?
We make it easy for you to be the best.
Right, so it should be a testament, right, to how much better and more effective those things are without the dangerous side effects, and that there are other options. And to also be able to educate about those things, because there is a huge concern with illegal grow ops. And they're associated, they'll say like Chinese or Mexican, because the criminals here that are usually white American punks and goons set up shop with illegal immigrants or people that they know have warrants or whatever. Yeah, I mean, we just watched a thing the other night where they easily paid someone, what was it, $500 to get rid of an 18-year-old niece? And he did too. Yeah, he burnt her in a fire.
What's a caboose? Oh, let me tell you, Simon. A caboose is a railway car at the end of a freight train. And you can tell it's a caboose because it's got a high top covered roof. You know what? That's lucky. Oh, well, did you know that the caboose...
Right, so the huge concern with some of those is that they're lacing it with things. Oftentimes not till it gets to its destination. Right, sometimes the people trafficking it don't even realize they're going to lace it when it gets there and what they're doing with it. And then they get associated to that stuff. Right, and you can see how that works with other things too, right? Right, so the shit they're lacing it with and then selling it in areas where it's not legal yet. So they get big money for it. And some of that stuff is pretty dangerous that they're lacing it with. Yeah, it's actually been involved with a lot of different ambushes on. Yeah, different situations when it comes to shootings and ambushes and crazy stuff, really. Sad freak accidents, stuff like that. It is sad. But can you see how the education about those things can help with prevention, treatment? Alexa, shut up.
Black storm, trying to keep this broken soul warm. Your lipstick stain still on my glass, like memories refusing to pass. Every cigarette burns too fast, like a fire never meant to last. The amplifier screams alive like thunder shaking midnight skies, and every riff cuts sharp and deep into wounds that never sleep. Oh baby, your love cuts like razor wire, burning my soul with electric fire. Oh baby, hear the drums when the night ignites. We were born for dangerous nights. Oh baby, every kiss left scars and flames. Now thunder runs inside my veins. Neon buzzing over smoky bars, rusty highways and battered cars, pool balls cracking against the rail, while broken hearts keep leaving trails. You dance slow beneath red light, like temptation wrapped in midnight. Your shadow moved across the room like wildfire ready to consume. The drum pounds with reckless heat, bassline shaking the concrete, and when the lead guitar takes flight, the whole damn room turns dynamite. Every note burns raw and bright, like gasoline in moonlight. Rain keeps falling past 3 a.m. Still can't forget where it all went wrong. Cheap whiskey sitting by the sink, giving me too much time to think. Your voice echoes through the sound like buried ghosts underground. Every chord I play too loud still pulls your shadow from the crowd. Street lights flicker through the haze like memories trapped in a maze. And every mile
I'm gonna make French fries in a little bit.
Good evening, I'm
That's what
Kathy
we
Bennett.
want.
This is your Fox News report.
Probably some broccoli soup to go with it.
Thompson pleads guilty to federal stalking charges.
One more night
Broccoli spinach soup.
before it's gone. The city breeze beneath the rain. Every lost soul knows this pain. But when the
Was that the guy that shot that CEO in the street? Who was that? No, that man shot it, yeah.
Former court clerk tampered with the jury.
I'm not sure. But yeah, what's the point of putting him in prison for life? Why not just give him the death penalty? Was that the one that shot the CEO right in the fucking street? Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe he just wasn't in his right mind. Is the medications too much, too little? Under the influence of alcohol? Why weren't they in their right minds? I don't know, if we keep using that as an excuse to not give him the death penalty right away, I think that would nip it in the bud. I think it'd prevent a lot of shit real quick. I know. You start to get the education out there, and some of them like to think it's mean. We're trying to scare them. Well, it's not the fear of God, is it? What are you talking about? It's insane. They're fucking insane. Do you remember that show Scared Straight? I know, they were like, no, 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 no. And if anyone's gonna do it, we're gonna do it. And then they make a fucking TV show out of it. Which, I think they just ended up with a lot of lawsuits out of that. What the fuck?
Democratic lawmakers are demanding answers from the Pentagon after reports of food shortages and lack of adequate...
It was so stupid too, and it was nothing like the real kind of groups and stuff that have an impact. This is gonna make them worse. What are they doing?
Since the start of the war with Iran. For NPR News, I'm Steve Wall. President Trump is dismissing claims that families of service members on board the Liberty are concerned for their loved ones' health and safety.
That ship is moving right now. We're very shortly and could be replaced with another very similar ship. No, not nearly long enough. Thank you, everyone.
I'm Riley Barton, NPR News. For more of today's news, check out NPR News Now, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Heart still bleeding from the night before. The engine burned outside in the storm. Trying to keep this broken soul warm. Your lipstick stains still on my glass, like memories refusing to pass. Every cigarette burns too fast, like a fire never meant to last. They amplify the screams of life from the midnight skies, and every river shot to wounds that never sleep. Oh, baby.
On February 23rd, 2026, officers, sheriff's deputies, and Missouri state troopers rushed to the scene of a shooting northwest of Branson, Missouri. Nearby residents discovered the body of 30-year-old Deputy Sheriff Gabriel Ramirez, a U.S. Army veteran who was murdered while conducting a traffic stop. While multiple law enforcement agencies fanned out and waited for more information, troopers gathered what information they could on the identity of the killer.
Did you see anything?
I just feel like I kind of like this story there.
Oh, what did you see?
I mean, I just feel like it's really and I called 911 and the woman comes running out with towels and stuff, but I think everything already happened. He was already laying there.
And there was no other vehicles around. So we got a lot of people down there looking. Is there anything you specific from us? No, we got people from this place. This guy. Shut this stuff. This guy. Some information on places he's referring. Okay. So that doesn't do have it. They have it. We'll, we got about 10 guys down over here.
Less than 10 minutes ago. About 10 minutes ago.
So the last thing's up down.
They told me that he has a whole team over that address right now. This is LA.
Okay.
Which not like it's on the 21st of January. The Richard Bird was 43-year-old Richard Bird was well known as a violent racist who previously attempted to murder an officer and was out on a $50,000 bond for unrelated charges. Officers from local, state, and federal agencies, including the FBI and U.S. Marshals, patrolled the highways and back roads of rural Missouri in a southerly direction, focusing their attention on Highway 160. During the subsequent 9-hour manhunt, troopers found Richard's truck and worked with nearby residents to clear properties and houses. Eventually, a patrol aircraft spotted Richard in a densely wooded area, high up on a ridge line, and armed with a rifle.
We're
don't have eyes on it.
In the woods, there's some deputies from Western County.
690, we do not have eyes on it.
Got the right way, moving back towards the original sighting. Circle guy.
Do we have a Bearcat at the command post?
Original location is still in Maryland.
He's just right at that door. Yeah. I don't know.
You're trying to take it and you just got this one. Good view. I've been shot. This is 140 with Pierce County. I've been shot here. Don't over me. I've been shot away. I'm in the field. Okay, you can give me the official number where you are for your official hunt. I'm taking some alternatives. Responding to the scene, meeting at the roundabout. We have one deputy that's been shot in the stomach that's being transported there. We have another one that's been shot in the leg in the field. We're still trying to get going.
It's gotta be up here. I don't see a typical drive where I see the power line cut. Okay. So this is the power line cut. It goes at a 45 across here, and out that ridge right there.
Does 94 MD have eyes on this thing?
Usually about 35 yards. Leaving the rifle again. We can get a Bearcat up here. I can drive you right to it. Deputy 140, we have to the car. Is it going from there? I don't think we need to approach any further.
I agree. He's got his right up in. The drone is apparently hovering the guy. There's one drone there.
Suspect was ambushed. Under the deputy down. He was the deputy. Also ambushed and waiting.
Do you have a shield? There's a little better, Matt. Just because we're behind him. We think he's right out here. He's got a shield. So I can stop the 762 though. Where's he at? Yeah, where's he at? He's up that hill right here on the fence line. He said he went to the He's right up here.
That's good. He's killed. That's what the problem is.
He's we need a shield.
I know.
It is pretty tough. I thought there was two. We're going to transport your car.
Yeah, hey, just get your car spun around so we can just load him in the passenger so I can go.
I think he's going to pop out right quick. Yeah.
The suspect is in a cedar thicket, just north of the power line cut. It's about 75 yards.
Problem is he's just going to spray up right when he hears noise.
Yeah, he has all the king advantage. Yeah, up on the hill.
Pretty close to you. I think you can get the officer out of there now if he keeps crawling.
Come on, brother.
Deputy is still taking the crawl. Looks like he's going uphill now. He looks like maybe 20 yards from you.
Just go through the king shield and pick him up.
Warning, southbound in the power line cut. Southbound in the power line cut.
Was there a green county deputy there? That's what shot? Yeah. Is Trooper aware of that?
I don't think so. Hold on, we got two more.
We have one. 206 Ringo.
What's that second ambulance? They're going to be getting another officer. Apparently there's a Green County deputy that's also been shot.
Do we have that deputy?
I do not know.
He's further down 248 where I am.
Straight north. Straight north.
Got the rifle up right towards you now.
Alright, they got him out. Shot! Get him here! Clean your seat back. Roll over, brother, roll over. Hey, everybody check him. There you go. Come here. Where you at? Go, crap off. Pull him out. Hey, let's get him loaded. Ambulance is waiting on him. Right here. We're going to this silver Durango right here. Take it. Stop. Okay. Come on, dude. Come on. We got you. That's it. We got you, man. We got you. Good turn down with. Just do a quick bus sweep. Okay, we'll just get loaded in the car. Let's just get in the car. Come on, I got legs. 1, 2, 3, go. 2, 3, go. Hang on, buddy. Hang on, buddy. Yes, sir. We're going to be first. Hold on, step. Get someone that doesn't have a rifle or hold my rifle. Push his leg down, Josh. Yeah, you gotta get you in there, buddy. Okay, go.
Senator Susan Collins worked tirelessly to provide the quality mental health care all veterans deserve.
Like muddy rivers overflow. Every screaming guitar slide hit like lightning amplified.
Let's get over here by this deputy's car. Get the dogs in here. 400 Springfield.
400.
He's right by his telephone pole at the road. Who? Do we know where the Greene County deputy is, this one, Sean?
There's also looks like he may be crawling or on the ground in front of the fuel car at Circle Drive. He went to Circle Drive. There is a deputy laying down, or an officer down. We checked on.
How do we walk me into his office? Who shot?
About less than 100 yards.
Well, it's like we have a single shot fire.
That's not very much alive. We're blind now. I don't know if the rest of the drill.
He's stationary. Find a big biggie and right under the power line.
Suspect is either laying down or possibly dead, but he is no longer standing.
One more night to go insane. Shades beneath black skies. When the ghouls begin to roll.
What's that do?
Is on the ground, but it's still moving.
Still moving. Good. Hey, what's up? Real chill. Chill. I got one. Where's he at? Straight? Straight up. Okay.
Yeah, they ain't towards you.
Keep a light on him. Keep a light on him. He's proud. Back up. Roll that big guy right up to the house. It's coming.
Wait, here's the rifle shoulder. He's taking damage.
Show us your head!
What's the best test? Where my patrol car is?
He's the one smallest shield.
Looks like he's taking south. Where's the other patrol cars to the south?
Hey, you behind me. Don't shoot me in the back of the head. Don't worry. This is a full right. So right behind next to you.
Kill her headlight.
Kill her headlight. Tell me to go around. Hey, was he hit by that first volley? I think so. Really good. What was that? I think he's like 65, 70 yards. Like right through there. I saw an orange burst.
Aiming the rifle southwest again. Aiming the southwest. Right wing north of my position. In front of the trailer house.
Yeah, we're for the trailer house. This way right now. You moved a little bit to the left. Brad, you gotta hold him.
The driver still should be on top of him.
He hasn't moved. He's kneeling down, looking south.
He doesn't move down the road. And then move. Because he gets more
Right. They're high. They're over high. We can do it. I like it there. Where is the damn army?
One crossfire, the armor vehicle is going right towards where the last shots were fired in the detached garage. 10-4, Bearcat up the power line.
Alright, there's the pole. So that's where you've been this meeting.
About 15 yards in front of the Bearcat.
Run him over. They ran him over.
Sammy, go ahead.
Any officers off the hold on there, they were suspect.
One shot fired from the area of the Bearcat. Two.
Blue shots.
10-4, copy, it's blue shots.
If he was walking up the gun, hold position, hold position. We're going to gunfire. He's going to take you out.
One down.
10-4, we have one down. One subject down.
According to the police reports filed by the driver of the Bearcat, Richard Berg was found to have suffered multiple gunshot wounds and was deceased. Two deputies, Josh Wall and Austin McCall, were both wounded in the initial exchange of gunfire. Trooper Henderson noted in his report that due to the brave and valiant acts of Troopers Kendrick, Shickles, Chronister, and others, the lives of the wounded deputies were saved. Trooper Henderson was himself cited for bravery in a separate report. Tragically, 40-year-old Christian County Deputy Michael Hyslop, a U.S. Army airborne veteran, was killed in that same exchange of gunfire. Christian County Sheriff Brad Cole spoke at a memorial honoring the fallen deputies.
I fought the good fight. I finished the race, and I kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness. Mike, Gabe, you finished this race, you've kept the faith. You have protected this county with every fiber of your being. And as your sheriff, I'm giving you your final orders. Go home to the Lord. Find your rest in green pastures. We'll take the watch from you. God bless you.
When a female legislator disagreed with Troy Jackson, threw a water bottle in anger. Jackson was named for bullying. His brash conduct with women raised alarm bells about his tolerance. Troy Jackson, another family we can't trust.
Click on it. Oh my God. Wanna play? It's just inadmissible in a trial, not admissible in a preliminary hearing. And look, this is going to go on for a if this does go to trial, which I don't think it's going to. This is going to go on for a very long time.
Do me a favor and explain why you don't think it's going to trial.
Well, I don't think it's going to go to trial because I think that Tyler Robinson's team will accept a plea deal to avoid the ultimate sentence.
Yes, you can say it's capital punishment.
Yeah, to avoid capital punishment. They'll take that off the table and they'll take life without parole. And the problem with that is that then the people who are the detractors will say, you see, they didn't want the truth to come out in trial, and and we'll get to that in the next story. That's what lawyers do. They look at the plea deal. They don't want to turn into Marcia Clark from the O.J.